Rossi. Just the back of that. Yeah. You prefer it if it doesn't, right? Just a bit of. Oh, is that? Here it is. Heavy or what?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Baseball coming to you from North Main Reserve. Second grade game between Baulkham Hills and Manly. We've just started. First batter for Manly. Adechi Sati is just flied out to the right fielder, Ila Jung, so there's one out for Manly. Batting, Cooper Eisenhower, the third baseman.
I'm pretty sure that's actually Jack Fagan. Doesn't seem to be on the lineup though. Big punch out there from Joel Marchant. We have a quick 2 outs in the top of the first inning.
Okay, we have lineups here, but they don't necessarily seem to tally with who's coming to bat. We'll try to work this out. Ground ball, second baseman, throw to first. 3 up, 3 down for Manly in the top of the first. Baulkham Hills coming to bat. It, it is raining here at Northmead Oval. Coming down a little bit harder. It's been gray most of the morning. Players are walking off the field. Okay, they're bringing out the tarps. So we will have a rain delay. This is the Liz McEwen Pink Day at Baulkham Hill at Northmead Reserve. All the players are dressed in pink. The umpires are. Everybody's wearing blue or pink caps. A lot of the spectators are in pink. Looking very feminine around here. The umpires are, well, still out there, but they've got tarps over the pitcher's mound and they're covering the plate area. So as I say, we'll have it a delay. This is Don Washburn along with Noah Raleigh bringing you the game. We've just finished the third grade game, won by Baulkham Hills 8-3. I had the privilege of umpiring the bases in that game. Dustin Stephen was the plate umpire. For this game, we do have a three-man system. Dustin will be umpiring first base, Joel Marchant behind the plate, and Andrew Clements will be the third base umpire. I would give you the lineups, but as I've mentioned, we're not sure whether they are correct or not.
I'm pretty sure it's just a preventative. They have been looking at the radar and it does say that it's meant to start raining quite hard, as you can see out near the left field pole. Starting to get a bit heavy out towards that way.
This is my colleague, Noah Raleigh. Jack of all trades, he's a pretty good umpire. He's done some first grade games and will be catching for Baulkham Hills later this afternoon. So we are in the presence of royalty in the box here. We are undercover. The rain is coming down. Narrow band of rain. We will see. We will see. So for once, it's not a beautiful day for a ball game here in Australia.
Gotta love the weather in Australia.
Most of the time, at least it's not that hot as it's been in recent weeks.
When the sun comes out, it's gonna be disgusting.
Okay. Joel Martin's come over. We can interview him. You've gotten through a first half an inning, Joel. How's it looking? Okay, Joel says it's looking wet, but they hope to get out there pretty quickly.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. There's a small band, but it will hit hard pretty quickly, so we should be able to get through it pretty easily. But
as I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, Joel, the plate umpire, and Andrew, the third base umpire, are sort of the inspiration behind the Western Sydney Regional Baseball Umpires Association. A lot of umpires around Sydney are old men like myself, and they had the idea it's time to perhaps try to train some new young ones. Noah's a pretty good example of that. He's had a couple of years' experience, and as I say, he's now a full-fledged first-grade umpire. He's also a good catcher for Baulkham Hills and for Hills Sports. But the rain is coming down harder. Spectators are under cover. Players are in the dugouts. We will see.
glad we got those tops out early, because it does seem like it's not that heavy, but the drops are big, so it'd pull up quite badly, especially at first base and in the front part of the home plate circle. as we've seen in previous games, it does pull up pretty easily. But yeah, as I said before, as a preventative, put the tarps out. We've still got one more. We've still got first grade after this, so want to get the tarps out so we can get both games done and dusted.
Okay, they've got second base covered, first base covered, third base covered. But it's, well, coming down fairly hard at the moment. Noah's had to vacate his spot next to me. He's cowering down underneath, behind me, underneath the tarp here. This McEwen Day is a special day on the calendar for Baulkham Hills. Liz's husband, Gary, used to coach Baulkham Hills. He still comes around. Her sons played for Baulkham Hills, and she was a scorer. And I've told this story before, but some of you might not have heard it. When I first started umpiring, I made mistakes, even more than I make these days. And Liz's husband, Gary, used to mention them to me. He would call them to my attention. And one morning, after the game here at Northmead, Liz came out to me and said, "Don't mind Gary. That's just the way he is. You had a really good game." That was probably almost 20 years ago.
It is a nice feeling when you feel like you might have had a bad game, and then.
But she came out and she said to me, "Don't mind Gary. That's the way he is. You had a really good game." And that turned things around. I didn't know Liz that well, but I will never forget how she went out of her way. To say something nice to a rookie umpire. So it's even under the weather conditions, it's a privilege for me to be here along with Noah. It's coming down harder now.
Very glad we put out those tarps.
Yeah.
It's starting to get quite wet out there.
Right, I think we were lucky to get third grade in, but as I say, it was won by Baulkham Hills 8-3. A strong pitching performance by Billy Oldfield. I pitched the first 4 or 5 innings. We got through 8 innings. Pretty comfortable win for Baulkham Hills in the end.
Like I said in the last game, like you don't tend to see many big hits in third grade, but man, some of the guys were really swinging the bats. The bats were hot in third grade, and they really did get them going. Had a couple seen from Jack Henretti, who started off same as me as a development player, and came in as a catcher halfway through the season, and has really shone as a young player, and really got the bat going last game.
We should mention that Jack is an aspiring umpire as well. I've umpired with Jack. He does the job quite well. It's a pleasure to umpire with him. So there are a number of really good young umpires, at least in the Western Sydney region. And if they stick with it, which can be problematic. As I've said before, umpiring is like hitting a baseball. It's a lot harder than it looks. But Jack and people like Jack and Noah continue to umpire. I think baseball, at least in Western Sydney, will be in good hands. We'll get players to trust the umpires. Now they've got the tarp along the third base line.
Starting to puddle a bit there, so
yeah.
Good eyes from the groundskeepers.
Yeah.
Just keeping an eye on first base line as well. That does seem to puddle pretty quickly, right near the edge.
But I will have to change trousers after the ball game. We go too much farther. Looks more than just a band of rain at the moment.
Seems to be lightening up a bit now, though. Still pretty heavy, but not too bad.
Is that wishful thinking, Noah?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Always want to get some baseball, and especially pink round.
Yes.
Just glad to see that it's not just the groundskeepers out there trying to keep the field well and preserved. Like, you got Jack Dormer, Fletcher Willard, and Ryan Mercer out there helping out and making sure that they can still get the game on. And like I said earlier, we still have first grade to go, so want to make sure that we can keep these fields preserved because they can flood pretty easily.
Okay, much of the first grade baseline is covered. We're reckoning at least 20 more minutes of non-baseball.
Seems like they might have enough tops to cover the whole field except for the grass, though, which is pretty promising. If not, they'll only have a couple patches that'll be wet, and that can be easily fixed with sawdust. So.
Okay. All right. Ben Price has set up all the electrical equipment here. He's does a pretty good job. I hope it's not getting damaged by the water.
Pretty impressive job that he does here. Quite a setup. Although it may be grey, comes down with all the equipment and puts the time and effort to set all this up with the help of Jared Salmon. Set up all the equipment and make sure that people who can't be here or just choose not to be here, they can still watch the game. Like I know my dad for sure is watching at the moment. Yeah.
I happened to umpire Noah's dad yesterday, David Rowley. He played for Kings Langley in a City Metro League Grand Final against Penrith. That's the Park Ball League in Western Sydney. Kings Langley won that game 14-6.
Quite a close game from what I heard. It was 5-0 in the...
Well, Penrith jumped out to a five-zip lead in the first inning, and Kings Langley came back. Last week, the two teams played each other, and the final score was 2-1. Kings Langley won that one too. So King Langley advances in the Metro League. Penrith is left to contemplate what could have been. Even the umpires are taking shelter.
So now they've got practically the whole field covered. There's a slight bit in front of home plate circle that's a bit wet, but other than that, pretty much the whole field's covered. Got to make sure that our stuff's all dry too. 3 umpire crew here today. I was quite surprised when I saw Joel Marchant, Dustin.
Well, they actually weren't scheduled, but Dustin, as I mentioned, who did the plate in 3rd grade, was quite happy to do another game, get out there and have some exercise. So he's at first. So they do have the luxury of the 3 umpire system, and of course it's raining. So we are starting to cover the equipment here with cellophane.
There's a cord down there.
That's how wet it's getting. We do expect Noah to come by momentarily. Haven't seen him yet, but there's a chance. It is pelting down.
Gotta imagine it's going to be interesting for 1st grade, what time they're going to finish if they get on.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting because they're already starting at 2, 3 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah. Well, it's after 12:15 here.
Still, the rain coming down even heavier now.
Yes.
Got the plovers out on the field, looking like one of them is going to start pitching. quite miserable out here, but I still have a strong feeling that we will probably get on with all the tarps out.
Okay, well I don't know Noah that well, but he seems to be the eternal optimist. So, good on you, Noah, as they say in Australia. I hope you are right.
Hopefully.
And hitting 1 through 4. Don't take it from him, eject him. Get him gone. That's his warning. That's his warning, let him know.